Right, hello everyone, welcome back to another walkthrough of my redo of Dragon Age Inquisition with the Dragon Age Keep decisions. If you have not watched the previous videos I did with this, recommend you watch them before watching this one. Link below starting off will be my first walkthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition without the Dragon Age Keep, going in blind and all that. Then hopefully future reference, the recorded walkthroughs of Origins and 2 from the PS3 when I figure out how to record games on the PS3. Then moving on to Dragon Age, the Veilguard, even though I have zero interest to play that game, but nonetheless, I will still play it all the way. Since this game was made by BioWare, other games created by BioWare will also be linked below, such as the Mass Effect Sega games. So starting off the Mass Effect trilogy, Mass Effect Andromeda, and the eventual new next Mass Effect game coming out. And obviously similar games to the kind of fantasy world of Dragon Age. Not gonna go to the specific details on the specific types of fantasy. I'm just gonna say fantasy type of games like Dragon Age will also be linked below. And so, picking up where we left off, we started in the Hinterlands, went to Battle Royale, we recruited Vivienne and Sarah, and I believe the last ones we need are Blackwall and Iron Bull. And on the map, somewhere here, once we go to the war table, we'll be able to get Iron Bull. But from there, Curiosity. Yeah, no. Nothing here indicates meeting someone called Blackwell yet, so I don't know how far it is we need to go yet in order to meet Blackwell, or whoever, or if it was from Leliana or Josephine that says, like we meet up with a warden called Blackwell. I don't know how far we need to go into doing that, because now, as part of the main mission story, you have to go to either meeting the Templars or the Mages. I've seen both walkthroughs, and I still prefer the Mages one instead of the Templars. So I don't know how far in you need to go to meet Blackwell, unless we do, like the side stuff in the Hinterlands, and then we meet up with Blackwell or something. I don't know. So other than that, I just pretty much said what's going to be happening, and let's play.
Greetings.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play. Dealing with him further only lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do. Though I understand how someone born outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability. and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
So, what should this new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the conclave.
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
If they do choose a new divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
Thank you.
Did you need something?
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. And I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Before coming here, my keeper suggested I avoid Templars. Do they do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at least.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, You must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as a local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Makers and the path we have chosen.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then. Yes?
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I grew up in Ferelden, near Holland. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. The apostate blew up the chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. The Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
I'll let you return to your work.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend. Was there something you needed?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. And I sympathize with their frustrations.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
Need something?
Carry on.
We'll have that for you right away. Your thanks and a good drink would go far with Quartermaster Threadman.
But she was so fast and quick with her bow, no one quite knew where she came from. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and her joyful, but she knew the ways of nobler men, and she knew how to enrage them.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like, what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
I'm committed to putting an end to this crisis. Whatever it takes.
It's why I'm here, yeah? This is where it gets done, whatever it is. Can't do a bloody thing with everyone pissing themselves. Stupid everyone.
Right now, we just need to be careful not to do anything rash.
What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I'm used to delivering.
Did you need something? They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did. What of it?
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'll try not to break anything.
That's good to hear.
We'll talk more later.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the Order somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd. I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Well, at least that answers my questions about Blackwall, because I did say, how far we needed to go in until we get Blackwall, and there we go. We got Blackwall straight away. And obviously I don't remember much my first time because, again, I was going in blind and I didn't really get caught up with everything from Inquisition to an Origins until like maybe between parts 5 to 10, I believe, or whichever in my first time walkthrough when Corypheus came in. Because when Corypheus came in, that's when I was fully up to date with everything to do with Dragon Age. Well, not really, but still, I was caught up to speed with everything to do with Dragon Age. So obviously, when you start that before you go with the Templars and the Mages, that's when you get Blackwell. So it's good to know. But I will say, you know, like, during that conversation, I think it was one of the main reasons why a lot of people were very curious and hoped the Veilguard would answer, but it doesn't. About, or maybe our videos explains what happens with the Wardens of Ferelden in here, if, you know, your Warder command, the hero Ferelden is not dead. Because, obviously, if the hero Ferelden is dead, nor Alistair nor Loghain take up the mantle of Warder Commander. They're just the Warden Seniors, since they are technically the only Wardens in Ferelden. Which is honestly weird, because, you know, with the hero Ferelden taking up the mantle of Warder Commander Ferelden, you think that during those 10 years, they would have been, like, you know, hundreds of more Wardens. Dwarf Wardens, Mage Wardens, Human Wardens, Elven Wardens from the Age clans, alienages. You think, you know, during those 10 years, there'd be a lot of Wardens around. But yeah, sure, Corypheus was controlling the minds of the Wardens, but he was controlling the minds of the Wardens of Orlais. It wasn't really with the Wardens of Ferelden. So it makes you wonder too, that where exactly did all the Wardens go? Unless someone found out and specifically said he was also controlling the Wardens of Ferelden, which he wasn't, because it was only concerning with the Wardens of Orlais. It was only concerning them. So I can't really see how it would involve the Wardens of Ferelden too, but unless I'm missing something, then yeah, sure, the Wardens of Ferelden were also being used. But again, there wasn't really, I don't remember anything shown that specifically said the Wardens of Ferelden were also used. So unless, you know, like, again, there's someone out there who made a video explaining what happens to the Wardens of Ferelden. They really did the Wardens dirty in this one, because, you know, for the second game, it makes sense, you know, it wouldn't say much about the hero of Ferelden, considering, you know, like, depending on what your Warden does, becoming queen, becoming king, romancing whoever or whatnot, you know, it makes sense on, like, the Warder Commander not really showing in Dragon Age 2, but I kinda had this idea in my head thinking, you know, like, maybe the Warder Commander would have been there, but specifically for Anders, because of what he has done. At least that's for me personally. But other than that, there's really no reason as to why the Warder Commander would be involved in Dragon Age 2. And then with Dragon Age Inquisition, everything that was going on with the Wardens, and obviously, you know, if you romance Liliana, if you are and your Warden's the king or queen of Ferelden, or I'm pretty sure if your male Warden marries Nora, I think he's the prince. The prince, I believe? No. I remember watching a little bit of the Liliana romance with the male Warden, and I think the part when they go to the palace in Orlais, it mentions mistress to the prince, so I don't think it becomes king. I'm going off track here, so I'm just saying, you know, like, they really had a missed big opportunity with Inquisition, because not only did they bring, you know, Hawk back, they should have really brought back the hero of Ferelden. Because, you know, your Warden commander, male or female, disappears and goes on an adventure to stop the colony, which is obviously some believe was the big clue to the DLC, the witch hunt that Morrigan leaves behind, the book of great importance for her or him to read. Obviously, people knows, and it wasn't even that hard, that it obviously concerns, you know, the calling for the Wardens and so forth and all that. But you know, as I said again, the game had a big missed opportunity not having the water commander back for this game. And then with everything happening in Velgard, another big missed opportunity, especially with everything what's happening with the first warden and all that. It would have been a perfect opportunity to have the water commander right there. And then also, you know, the missed opportunity with Hawk. Because, you know, technically, again, the Dragon Age Keep doesn't impact the 4th game. So you have no idea if the warden is alive, Romance Morgan, Romance Liliana, the warden, your warden fathered Kieran, Kieran even exists, is Hawk even still alive, did Varric bother searching for his friend, and so forth and all that. So, you know, both games had very big missed opportunities, but at least, you know, Inquisition got, I believe, 2014 best game of the year, because even with the missed opportunities, Inquisition has earned the rights to become a game of the year game, but it really needed just the extra stuff to make it more better. But oh well.
You've never been to a circle, as far as I can tell, yet you're remarkably skilled. Were you self-taught?
Not at all. I studied magic with Keeper Deshana.
I have heard about the traditions of magic among the Dalish keepers, but it's all third-hand. In my own experience, nothing is more deadly to a young mage than a lack of knowledge, which makes the current state of things precarious. What do you imagine will happen if the circles are not restored? Do you foresee the Dalish taking us all under their wing?
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front, he pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
If you're not using them later, Segrit is willing to pay.
I don't feel comfortable letting parts from demons be available for sale.
To be honest, I'm not sure who would buy them.
Good day to you.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles?
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake, every noble house, every throne is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Let's speak later.
Farewell. Please tell me if you find something. Let's see what we have.
At your service.
To work?
Nothing to report, sir.
Something like that.
Watch yourself. Bandits up ahead. Or something anyway. They're blocking the road.
What can you tell me about the attackers on the road?
Several groups. Some of them with bows. They've got better armor than most around here. It's too many for us. If you head out there, careful you don't get flanked. They don't take prisoners.
Thanks for the warning.
Bandits ahead!
According to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
Come and get it! Leave them to rot.
And Duran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead. Thank you for joining me. I do not think I could have done this alone.
What took you away from your clan?
They were all killed by a demon that our keeper was foolish enough to summon. I am the only survivor of Clan Vernen. I was searching for another clan that would take me in when the breach appeared. Now, I'm doing whatever I can to help with this madness.
What manner of fire is that?
I believe it is called Veil Fire. I have heard of it, but never seen it.
It is a form of sympathetic magic, a memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Prefer to have the Templars return to guarding the circles, Vivienne.
Of course, my dear. They need better oversight, clearly. But one does not throw away a tool because it was misused.
Few mages would ask for Templars in the circle.
Speak to Ferelden's first enchanter. You might be surprised. When abominations ravage your tower, suddenly the world holds far too few Templars.
We're near another artifact. The Veil Fire must be making the runes legible.
A weapon enchantment. This could be quite useful.
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Mahalani, Maglandeval, vi Enasali.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
canyon! Shall we make camp or move on?
Nothing to report, sir.
I am staying away from this area. This is where the dragon is, and I'm staying the hell away from there.
It's good to have commerce restored.
It's just what I am.
We should search the area. That tower is impressive, even as a ruin. I wonder what dreams it might hold.
Got to be something here.
Nothing to report, sir.
Who placed a skull out here? And for what purpose?
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
I don't want to touch anything a skull lit up. Skulls don't say, here's a good thing.
if I remember correctly, we're supposed to bring something there, and supposedly from that bowl, a sword or something is gonna appear. And I think it's supposed to be a reference to the story of the sword and the stone.
Mercenaries?
They appear to be Cartelirian smugglers.
Yeah, this is a dwarven thaig or dwarven area, if I remember correctly. You can enter in early on and deal with the dwarven cast, darkspawn, I believe, too. But you have to go back there out of the way with Varric's friend Bianca, so might as well just wait until she comes in.
Right there and there, no gaps.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not... How do you know my name? Who said... Ah! That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come! Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of Wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall. But this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
I think it was explained that the signs were always there, that he was never really a Warden. Although some people still find it confused of how Alistair said, like, wait, you have a Warden with you. Because technically saying, some people think like it's because if Warden Blackwall wore his default Warden armor, that's how Alistair figures it out. But then people think like, you know, like Wardens can sense other Wardens because it's detained in them. So the fact that Alistair recognized Warden Blackwall like that, some people found it very weird. And I'm not sure if it works with Loghain and Stroud. I'm not sure if it works with them or not. But you know, with Alistair, some people found it pretty weird. But anyway, the signs that he was not really Warden Blackwall was pretty much shown in the conversations, and some people picked up on that, and you know, because I was still a beginner, I didn't really pick up on it. But now listening to the conversations again, you can sort of see the signs were there that he literally did not even know what the heck he was talking about. So the signs were pretty much there, but I guess, you know, like, you didn't really think much on it until, you know, what happens in Orlais reveals the truth that he was never really Warden Blackwall. But then again, you know, this doesn't really answer the question that I had earlier about what really happened to all the Wardens. Because you think, again, during those 10 years, you know, the Warden Commander would have recruited hundreds of Wardens. And technically it was the Wardens of Relay that got involved more than the Wardens of Ferelden. So then you're like, where the hell were they? Where the hell were they? And what happened to them? Literally.
Good day.
Good to see you. It's good to see you.
Fine day to you.
We'll make good use of it.
More cold weather coming. Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
And to you.
Yes.
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
I see just as many Templars. move on. We can only restore order by securing an alliance.
It can't properly be called a war any longer. It's a free-for-all. Mages against Templars against everyone. Templars have secured a position ahead. Refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however. Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
I cannot place your fighting style, and I have studied the martial arts for years.
It's from everywhere. I traveled a lot in my youth.
Perhaps the Inquisition could determine the nature of these objects.
I believe we are nearing the apostate. Be on your guard.
The apostate's dead, refugees should have an easier time on the King's Road.
report, sir. No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
Prepare yourself. The area ahead is fortified. This would work for a camp.
Just rumors.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah, nope. If any of the rift creatures have a high levels, we're staying away. Staying away.
I suppose this must be Master Dennett.
Let's look around.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there. Name's Dennett. I served Arleman for 30 years as horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for Mouse.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Haller rider? Those Haller are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow-neg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
Fancy trying out one of my courses?
What kind of racing are you talking about?
I set up a course over there with stakes in the ground. It's too narrow to race directly, so I time it with a sandglass. You try to ride the course before I call time.
I'll try one of your courses.
Wonderful. Get your horse and I'll set up the stakes. You make time, I'll throw in some of the dress money Father gave me. Consider it a donation to the Inquisition. The last course is still set, if you'd like to try again. another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away. Nicely done. Fancy another race?
Set up the next course.
Great. Go get mounted. I'll put up the stakes straight away. You've mastered every course I set up.
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Ah, because I am an apostate. I might flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains. I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
So we're taking the magical fire with us?
I don't know about y'all, but I think we've gone far enough with this one, because the first time we did this, we did like 2-3 videos of me just traveling all around the hinterlands. So that's like all of here too. The dragon area in here does not count at all. It does not count. But for the rest, all around here, it took me like 2-3 videos just to get through everywhere around here. So obviously we'll stop here. We'll be back with this again another time. And as always, leave a like and comment.